Hello everyone, how's it going? Hola Maria, hello Robin and Tracy. Just doing a little hand stitching on that growth chart I was working on for our niece Sarah Lynn. She turns 6 next month, which is the next month is Friday. That's when March starts. So it's just trying to make my way around the corner here and then I'll stop. So I'm almost done though. I got all a bunch of little inches marked out on it. So hello. Hello Grace, happy you're here Grace. We chatted on the phone yesterday for a little bit. Tina and Sharon and Claudette, glad you're here Claudette. This is her project. She mailed that to us to fiddle around with whatever we liked. So I'm happy to have that. Hello, Valerie Gale. You actually asked a question. I think it was in regards to the gnomes. Was that correct? And I just didn't get a chance to actually answer it yet. So just confirm that you were the one who asked about the gnomes, and we are good to go. Hello, Rebecca. Hello, Patsy. Hello, Martha. And Sharon Dunforth from Ireland. How are you? Happy you're here. Yes, it was. Okay. That was a gift from Hallie. She sent us I guess it was like a flimsy tabletop, and she was looking for ideas. It was a gift for us for Christmas for Pop and I, or the Mom and Pop Quilt Shop, and so I quilted it up as a Long Arm Wednesday project, but she did that all herself. So if you have any questions in regards to that, you'll have to ask Hallie Kroll. Okay, so. Oh, you gave up? Aw, Grace. I understand. It's probably a bit of a tension issue, and sometimes machines don't behave the way they're supposed to, so it does get frustrating. Did you just use your walking foot? Never give up, never surrender. Yeah, it's easier said than done, Pop. I wish I knew what you were saying from Portugal, Maria. That would be Grace. She would be able to help translate that, but that's a lot for Grace for us to ask of Grace. So, I understand. No, I wish maybe Pop can translate it though. Never get your tension right, Grace, says Teresa. Deanne, here in Santan Valley outside of Phoenix, we actually had a dusting of snow. Strange for the desert. Oh, is that new for you? Well, you can have like the 3 feet on my deck. That's all yours. I'll ship it to you for free. Good morning, Teresa McFadden. Yes. Oh, Helly's there. Oh, awesome. There she is. I'm so happy you're there. She sent us a message saying that she was getting a little bit better. Things were progressing, but, and she was happy that we were thinking about her. Of course we were. We were happy. Maria said that. Nights. Said it's nighttime in Portugal. Oh, what'd you have for supper then, Maria? What'd you make for supper? Did you go out or did you make supper? Since you already had it. I think that says thank you, Grace. I think that I do know some, but not a lot. Let's not. I watch a lot of documentaries and I put subtitles on, so I do pick up on a few things. Aw, good, Helly. We were sending good vibes your way. Anybody who needed it. Hello, Beth. Hello, Kirk. Well, which is Deborah. And Kathy. And the Lady Kopek. I'm sorry we got your quilt top confused with Dawn Wesley. I apologize. I guess for some reason when I laid it down, I put it on the wrong box, and I'm terribly, terribly sorry for messing that up last week. I know it's your quilt top, the one with the half hexy ruler. So I'm sorry about that. And when we go to do it on a long arm, I'll make sure that you get that it was yours that you donated to the shop. So thank you about that. I'm sorry I messed it up. I didn't mean to mess it up. 18 hours and 4 minutes, so what is that, 6 p.m.? Yes, it's supper time. Supper time. Anybody know what movie that's from? Supper time. I bet you if Allison Johnson was here, she would know. Supper time. I know Pop knows, but we won't let him tell. All right, let me put this away. So I just want to tuck that in there and put a little clip I thought I had one here. Oh, maybe I didn't. But that's how that's turning out with that binding, with that green on it. And I put the measurements in inches down here. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for understanding, June. I'm sorry I messed that up, though. And I put out measurements here. I did the feet and then just the inches between the feet and stuff like that. So. And it looks really pretty with this green binding. I'll show it to the small camera too so you can really see it. We did get a lovely little gift from Nadine. Hopefully she'll be able to show up today on her break, if she's on a break. She said this apparently came into her shop. I know she works in a fabric shop of some sort. Maybe she can explain next time that she's in the chat where exactly she works. There's Allison. There she is. So she sent this, and I can't wait to do it as a project. We'll have to do it as a live stream or something with some scrappy bits. I love that little design. I'm so happy that she sent that. Thank you very much. Very, very much, Nadine. And then this is what we're working on right now. That right there. So you can see that for a moment. Okay, roasted chicken and marinara and not sardines. Okay, well, I'm not a big fan of sardines, but you know, I'll try anything once. And that's how that is turning out. So hopefully you can see that. It worked out really well. I'm very happy. Hello, I'm something hung you but can't answer. Oh, well, I'm glad you're there, Nadine, but thank you for your project that you sent. I can't wait to do it. Great scrap buster. Sorry? Oh, I'm watching, but can't answer. Okay. Go pick it up for breakfast burrito. Be right back. Oh, there, nice breakfast burrito. Oh yeah, that's right. It's so early her time. Yeah, it's looking lovely. This turned out really well. Even just going down, it looks really, I machine stitched it onto the front and then of course flipped it to the back to be able to hand stitch it because I want to give that nice finish. I mean, I want her to keep this forever. And there's lots of spaces here for them to write on. I'm going to include the marker that I did. I just did this as a marker. It's very, the Sharpie thin or small point, whatever. And I only have just that little bit more to hand stitch, actually here to here and then there, and that's it. But I try to get it done before the show, but sometimes hand stitching takes longer than expected. So it looks lovely. I'm very, very happy with it. And then of course I put little pockets. I put pockets right here so they can hang it wherever they wanted to hang it, and they didn't have to they could just put a dowel, so whether it's on the wall or on the frame of to a room or something like that. So, or if they just want to put a hanger, it fits a hanger perfectly. So you can have the poking up here, and I did it all the way up to, I'm being very ambitious that she's going to be 6'3". So just in case, it goes all the way up to 6'3". And I started at 2 feet because I know she's going to be 6 soon. So I know she's bigger than 2 feet, right? So I started at right down here is the 2 feet, and then I went up from there. So they'll have to place it 2 feet up off the ground or the floor, and then to be able to measure from there hopefully it's pretty accurate. I hope anyways. I really had a lot of fun putting it together. I really did. It made a nice little connection to my niece. So, and it won't take too much longer for me to finish it up. So it's just got a few more things and then I can mail it out because her birthday's next month. So, I mean, I got to get my stuff in order. It's on the 14th. And then Munchkin turns 23 on the 22nd. Like, what's with that? Time flies. All right, I got that. Thought I found a wayward triangle, and I'm not sure what. Oh, maybe that's what I did with it. Is over here. I tucked it there. Okay. I was doing some tidying up and moving things around. So. Blank screen. Uh-oh. What do you mean blank screen? Just refresh. Okay, computer problems again. Just say an error occurred. I have to catch you on a replay. Oh, I'm sorry, Deanne. That's very annoying. I'm very sure. So I got about 3/4 done. I just have a few more rows to add, and that's how this has progressed so far. Okay, it looks like a beautiful. I didn't want to sew these yellow circles down until I had the other two done and do all four at the same time. I didn't see the point of, you know, stopping and going and stopping and going. So I'm still humming and hawing. Thank goodness there's still another show on this for next weekend to finish it all up. I'm still kind of humming and hawing what I want to do in this space. I'm just, you know, I shared some ideas with a customer, and a friend came by today. Her name's Kathy, and she picked up the nautical, the marine quilt that I did on Long Arm Wednesday. She came to pick it up this morning, so I can't show you. It's gone. And she absolutely loved it because it was a gift for someone who was retiring. So it was nice to be able to, you know, make it nice and special and you know, very unique, of course, right? So, so she was like, oh, well, you know, you could do really anything. And I'm like, well, maybe, you know, green Dresdens with blue centers or yellow Dresdens with blue centers, because I have the fabric for it. So, you know, I can make a few here and one there and one there, and I can do smaller ones, right? You love the nautical theme. It was a lot of fun. Free motioning the lighthouses and then the anchors and stuff. I just looked at a picture and just kind of went for it, you know, and then do some waves and some swirls in between. She loved it. She absolutely loved it. And that, to me, that makes, sometimes you just kind of got to jump in, and you don't know where it's going to take you. They may not like it, and if they didn't like it, then I would have spent 2 days seam ripping it out and doing little tears and crying, but I would have sorted it. So we would have got it sorted. And you just have to be kind of confident in your own skills. I knew how to draw a lighthouse, and it's not that complicated. And I know how to do waves, and I know what an anchor looks like. And, you know, it's not like I'm trying to draw the Mona Lisa or trying to draw Sophie's face or something like that. So it was okay. Yes, exactly. How you feeling? How you feeling? Aw, thank you, Maria. And thank you, Grace, for translating. I really appreciate that. I kind of wish we had instant translation on the chat there, but. Hello, Emily, from the wet state of Mississippi. Are you knee deep in water? Hopefully not too bad. It would have been a lot of sad ripping, Valerie Gale, but I would have done it. I would have done it. I spent 8 months taking out, I don't know, what was it, about 2/3 of a quilt that I'd started, and I didn't like how he quilted it up. If you want to revisit that scenario, it is the cotton candy cane quilt in Long Arm Wednesdays. I didn't like the way I did it the first time around. I didn't, and it was only as I got halfway, and I'm looking at it, I'm like, I'm just not going to be pleased with that the way it's going to be good. So I'm like, when Pop and I, whenever we had a few free moments, would sit side by side, and he'd grab a seam ripper and I'd grab a seam ripper in 8 months. We weren't putting a big rush on it. It's just whenever we had the time to sit there and putter at it for a few hours, or, you know, even for an hour or whatever, and we would unpick. And we thought it was funny because we were up at his cousin's cottage, and she was putting stitches in. She was doing a cross stitch, beautiful, beautiful, huge cross stitch pattern. And she's putting stitches in, and we were ripping stitches out. We kind of joked about it for a little bit. It was funny. Yeah, that was fun, sort of not. It kind of was, but wasn't. I was glad I did it in the end, because when I got it quilted to the way I wanted it, the redo of the cotton candy quilt, I was so much happier with it. Because I think if I would have continued the way it was, it would have just been tossed off to somebody. And I really wanted to keep it because there was a lot of work in that. And I remember how I put it all together, where I was. I was in Ottawa. My girlfriend was visiting from BC, and I put it together in the hotel. I brought my sewing machine from here, and, you know, she thought I was crazy bringing my sewing machine in a quilt project, but she had work to do. She was going to be busy like 3 of the days I was going to be there during the day, so I don't want to be, you know, wander around all by myself in Ottawa. I'm going to get in so much trouble. So I figured just stay in the hotel and sew. And I put a project together. So, and she's a sewer quilter too. So we had a little crafty business just before Munchkin was born, actually. So, all right, just going to separate some of these guys here. Make sure I know what I got. There we go. Put all my triangles together. Sophie's face. She's so cute. We were actually outside playing earlier. It's actually really kind of nice here today. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. It could be worse. It has been worse. Spring is very encouraging, especially between yesterday and today. Exactly. And I stayed at a very beautiful hotel, the Laurier Hotel. So the, no, not the canals, the locks, they were right beside it. So I puttered out there and watched boats come up and down with, you know, people in their bikinis and short shorts and whatever. And Pop wasn't there. I went all by myself. Yeah, no, Pop wasn't there. Oh, what's up with the camera? It looks so dark. What's going on? Doesn't it look dark on your screen? That is like super dark. I'm like, it shouldn't be. It's really bright in here. It is a curtain. It is open, honey. It really is. I may have to turn on the Easy Bake. It is dark? Okay, I'll turn on the Easy Bake oven light. Pardon? Close the curtain? Oh, then I'm going to have to move the camera and the iron and everything. It's easier than the Easy Bake oven light. Hold on. Okay. No. Like, it seems so dark there. It's like, what the heck? Is that any better? Oh, yeah, for sure. There we go. Woohoo. Okay. Well, that's a bit better. Was the iron camera, is that okay? Okay, alrighty. Very nice. Awesome! Alright, let's work on the project. Maria lives in a beautiful area of Portugal, beautiful beaches and weather. Okay, we're coming to visit, Maria. That would be totally ideal right now. I'm outside, it all looks the same. She was doing a shop hop, Miss Lois. I was like, I want to come too. Just put a red t-shirt on, then we can see you. Laugh out loud. I finally got the binding done on the double wedding ring quilt. And we haven't seen Pop's godparents to give it to them. So I figured took it out of the bag and hung it up so everybody could see what a beautiful project that was. That was via Scrappy Adventure of last year. Yeah. Thanks, Pop. Yeah, we're all coming exactly, Valerie. A little boat of, you know, little weird women coming along with fabric stash and sewing machines. They're all coming to visit. We're coming. Be prepared. It's looking lovely. I'm so pleased with this. I don't think she would like it, my mom, because this is who it's for. I think she would love it just the way it is. Like, even if I did nothing in here. But I think I kind of would like to do a little bit of something in there. I don't know. I'm still puttering on the thoughts. All right, so we're going to work on this row here, which attaches, I guess it's the second over from the middle, because that's a corner there. That's a corner unit here. And then we have another corner unit there, but oh, I forgot to put the yellow part in. Oh, I must have brain farted and didn't do that right, so I'm gonna have to seam rip that section. Oh, darn it. Okay, all right, well, that's okay. I can either do that later because it's not essential for right now. I'll put a pin in it so don't forget. I don't know why I forgot that. That was silly. Not sure why I forgot that. Road trip to me. So that's a long road trip, Sharon. We're going to have to get some flotation devices of some sort. Hello, Gwynnie. Your little package that you mailed us and wanted us to sign, it should be headed your way Monday, Tuesday, I hope. So check your mailbox. Thank you very much. I sent you back your money, though. You didn't have to pay for it. It seemed weird to to charge you. Like, that's not us. Let's just put the money back in there. Have to paddle? Yeah. Uh-oh, Bella says hi. Hello, Bella. She was not feeling too well when we went and had lunch together last weekend. So, well, that's okay. It's coming back to you. It's coming back to you, Gwenny. Buy something for yourself. Get some fabric or whatever. And she got sick on the way home, so it felt really bad. But Munchkin and I really enjoyed our adventure out and had lunch and met Grace's daughter and, of course, granddaughter. So it was nice to have 3 generations sitting at the same table. It was actually quite lovely. I don't think we've ever had that many times in our situation between Munchkin, Pop, and I and our elders. So, yeah, no, it was yeah, he couldn't go. He had to get stuff done, and he wasn't feeling 100% either. So, and he really didn't want to give anybody anything. So, but little did we know that Bella was the one who wasn't feeling very well. So, yeah, I'm glad she's better now, very much. No, you're not too late, Billy. You're just in time. We're just puttering away. Hopefully you're not wasting anybody's time. I was working on a project at first. I was doing some hand stitching, but it's all good to go. So, and I realized I made a boo-boo there. I forgot to put the yellow part in, but I can fix that afterwards. I'm not too worried about it. I can fix. We can fix. Just need my little layout here. This is my other corner to go down here, because I've already got that little section out. So we need to do 1, 2, 3 rows together, and this is the last part. So we're going to put 3 rows together. Well, thank you, Tina. I figure you guys probably have other things you'd like to do. You know. All right, let's stretch this down here. So we kind of lay this out so we don't have any repeats. So this would go there. Okay, there we go, because we're working on the bottom part. We're going to work along the bottom. That's right. Okay, because that's the turn point here is those 2. And then this one, which we already have on, and then it starts to flip and flop this way. Okay, all right, so we put that there. Machine is great. I actually did a whole sewing lesson, and I used Little Boy Blue yesterday for quite a few things. Hemming pants that were too wide for this one here, and what else did I use it for? Oh, and of course the sewing lesson was here for almost 2 hours, and he really liked it. Actually, he was going to go and see if he can get himself one. What's up? Oh, bye, Lois. Have fun. Time to mow. Are you serious? I'll trade you shoveling. Holy moly. Hello, Vanessa. Happy you're here. Yeah, we're supposed to, actually, we're in for quite the storm between tonight and tomorrow. We are. It says the weatherman. You have fun mowing, Lois. We'll deal with the snow and the shoveling. Endless snow. Actually, yesterday afternoon when the sun came out, it was so bright on the snow, my eyes were watering. Even the parents were saying the same thing. They were like, my eyes are watering from the snow. I'm like, I know, I hear you. Need my sunglasses. It's a bit much. All right, so we only have a few. I guess we're gonna have to do some with some ziggity zags, some with some yellow. All right, so that should go. If that is there and that is there, this goes here. Yes, perfect. Stretch that out a wee bit, and then there is a plain square. No, there's one of these ones. I don't want it to be the same, so I may have to do some. I think so. Oh, what's this one? No, it's the same fabric, is it? No, actually it's different fabric. Okay, there we go. So we'll put it this way because we're trying to still make that little chain reaction going across. Okay, do there, and then they got the other half of this circle here, which is 4 plain ones. So let's grab those and make sure they're not matching in any way to the ones we got on there already. So let's grab a few, stretch this out, Here, let's put a few pins in so I'm not going to get lost. Shiny objects and all, you know that, people. Hi from New Zealand. Hello, Fiona. Happy you're here. I have a neighbor, her daughter's name is Fiona, and I just love it. She's a beautiful brunette kid, and she's got a lovely personality, and she's so sweet, and I just love her. Little Fiona. She's very chipper. I like that. I like chipper people. All right, so this would be, oh, that's, I don't want that there, so maybe we can do that there. And this here, and that's not too contrasting with anything else in this row. Okay, so I like that. So let's flip this to there. Let's put a pin in it. And I like that to there, so we'll put a pin in there. That finishes off that third big whole Dresden flower as it sits across. Okay, now we need to work on the second one. Okay, do this, that's gonna sit there. I know it's not lining up, but I just wanna make sure for color-wise that I'm not putting any repeats in, okay? So I like that there. And this here, because that is all the way over there, so that's not gonna match at all. There we go. And then we need 2 more of these guys with the yellow bits, and then we're gonna have to do those. Okay, all right, we can do that. We can do that. We can do that. Make sure those are gonna fit. Sort of, no, we need a bigger one. Ow! Oh, poke myself. Ow! That's okay. Thought I had more yellow bits. Where did they go? Oh, there we are. I got bits all over the place. Good gravy. Mm-hmm. Do-do-do. Dresden's bite. Yeah, no kidding. You bit me right there on the side. Well, it's because there was a pin in there, and I, clearly didn't remember. Shiny objects and all. Okay, let's try that one. If we fold that into quarters. Is that going to be enough to cover that spot? Yes, it is. Okay, beautiful. All right, so let's cut this one in quarters. I just don't want to bleed on the project. Hi, Mom. Blood, sweat, and tears. I got to talk to her the other day. I was so happy. She's got a really bad infection on her leg, doesn't she, Pop? I sent them the picture that my sister sent me. And they just can't seem to do anything about it. It's huge. It goes all the way from her ankle all the way to her knee. It's just massive. All right, things are hiding on me. Where are you? Oh, there we go. Okay, good. Stop bleeding. No bleeding on the projects. Not allowed. So, all right, so let's flip that back over here, put that way. Let's not get too confused here. That goes there, that goes there, that goes there, and there. And then we needed to do a couple of these. But we need another color too. So what's everybody having for dinner tonight? I think Pop and I are gonna go out. Kind of frustrated, so just figured just take a few moments and go hang out with just ourselves. I think, anyways. I don't know. He may confirm or deny such situation. We don't know. I'm not going to assume anything. All right, so let's sew these 3. I thought I had 4 going here. Oh my God. gosh. Oh, there we go. Just gonna fit another one of these. I like that. I like the dots. Okay, we'll do those 4 right now. Okay. Frozen pizza in the oven. That would be fine. None of our freezers hold the pizzas. Like, I mean, they don't. My son and I just ordered in today. Oh, what did you order? Rice chicken soup tonight? Wild rice, sorry. That sounds good. Pork chops, buttered parsley, potatoes, homemade applesauce, veggies to be determined. We're all going to Vanessa's house. I get to go bowling. Oh, very nice. Kick some butt. Pop and I have our own bowling balls. We have our names on them. 10 pin, not 5 pin, right? Yeah. The big one, the big balls that you have to put your fingers in, not the little tiny balls that you toss down. So, it's been a long time. Oh my gosh. Munchkin was a little one. Come on over. Why, thanks, Vanessa. I'm being sneezy. I have an eggplant parm. Being sneezy? Okay, well, I don't like eggplant. I don't like the outside of eggplant. I like baba ganoush. I love baba ganoush all over the place. I just don't like the outside skin of eggplant. Happy birthday, Fiona. My chef husband cooking oh, geez, holy moly. I think we're all going to Fiona's house. Bring what you got going on there, Vanessa. We'll meet you over there. Happy birthday. It's not one in our diet. We've had it a few different ways, but I'd say baba ganoush is the best. You know, it's obviously cooked and then pulverized to paste, and then it's good on crackers and celery and anything. So, excellent. What's your favorite birthday cake? Sneaky. Oh, okay. I was like, sneezy. What does that mean? I'm like, is there some sort of code in there, Nadine? I just don't know yet. Johanna says, when I buy a frozen piece, I cut it into quarters and I put it in the freezer. The only way it will. Oh, yeah, I guess you have to. Especially if you have like a fridge freezer sort of thing, right? We just find the boxes are just too big to get in the freezer properly. The door doesn't shut, right? So, got to put them on an angle or something. Cabbage rolls. I'm gonna make some cabbage rolls, Pat. I am. I'm gonna try. In the Instapot. I've heard good things and bad things about the Instapot. When did you get yours, and what do you like to do with it? Has to be chocolate cake every time. That's Pop's favorite, my homemade chocolate cake. It is to die for. It's been requested at the family reunions and the boys' weekends and all sorts of good stuff, which is nice to know, you know, they appreciate it. I am still learning my new machine. I'm turning the knob to make sure that the zigzag stitch is going to be closer together and that they're not going to be so far apart as I try and attach these quarters on. We can now be friends. This is Pop. This is Pop's favorite. It is chocolate cake. You have that every day of the week and twice on Sundays. I'll have to try. What do you put in your cabbage rolls, Patricia? Is it, I guess it's rice. Rice is the main staple. Can you use potatoes? Does potato sound weird, or is that not cabbage rolls if you use potatoes? Oh, thread broke. Oh, you're going to be attitudinal today, are you? What's going on? Let's just rethread the whole thing to make sure we haven't buggered something up here, since it's a new machine. All right, I'm still learning. I only put binding on it the other day. Other than that, I've used Little Boy Blue. Love cabbage rolls, and yes, potatoes would be weird. Okay, thanks for letting me know. Well, I just thought of it. I'm like, well, it's a start. It's like, really doesn't matter. All right, where's my old lady glasses? Vienna. So nice to be here for my birthday as family out working till later in the day, and so all alone. That's good though, and quilting, of course, in the cars. Well, it's quiet. Well, just enjoy it and hang out with your homies that love to sew and understand the passion that you feel behind fabric and stash, and don't anybody else tell you otherwise. Hi, what are you doing? You were napping on my pillow. I know he was, because he was there before I came home and sat down here. And that was like 20 minutes or 30 minutes before the show. Come here, you. Hey. Come on. Oh, big stretch for such a wee little man. For such a wee little man named Mr. Clive. Mr. Clive McGoo. Come on. Meow. 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 Come on. Hello. Oh, such a big little boy. I guess that's an oxymoron, isn't it? A big little boy. Hi. There we go. I'm going to get your motor going so people can hear you. Hey. Got something to say? Meow. No, you don't need to tough love me with the claws in the back. Hey, 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 hey. Just a gentle hug is good. And we'll say hi from Omni, from Sassalette. Her kitty cat Omni says hello. And so does Sassalette. There we go. Okay. I don't know why you guys get so vicious with the claws, man, though. Where are you going? It's not like I'm tossing you around the room or something. Mr. Magoo. I was tidying some stuff up and I realized, I turned around and he was napping on the pile of fabric. And I was like, are you kidding me? Get off of there. But I took a picture beforehand. Mr. Magoo napping on my stash. Hello, Claire. Happy you're here. All right, you good? Hey? All right, scoot on, Mr. Magoo. Ready? Here, I'll place you down since you're an old man now. Don't make you jump. Here's hoping he doesn't make me cough. He did that earlier today. I was trying to move him out of something. And he was like, all of a sudden I went into a coughing fit. All right, so those are theirs and them's are theirs. And we need to do a couple more. Here we go, 1, 2, 3. Of the ziggy zag. I think we're gonna make it a little closer together. That was at 60, and I'm gonna move it to, 80, now I'm gonna move it to 65. Or 0.65. Sorting and folding today, I love handling fabric. It has its moments. I feel sometimes I get a little overwhelmed because I'm not sure how to store it. And I realized I've had a couple of big, long bolts of fabric here for a couple years, and I really don't use them. So, because I don't really like the texture, the feel of them, so I'm going to get them out of the shop. If they're not doing me any good, they're gone. So I'm going to put them onto Facebook and see if anybody wants to buy them for like $10 for the whole big roll. I don't really care. And I've got like 5 big bags of batting, leftover batting. I don't know what to do with them. There's so many bags and doodads I can make. I'll keep 1, but I'm sure 4 can be given away to anybody. Anybody local want them? You can have them. I need to find a home for them. I don't want to just throw them out. I can't do that. So I can't throw them out. Somebody's got to find a need for them. I know. If it wasn't for shipping, I'd love to I'd send fabric and doodads to everybody. I'd be like, okay, here's your lucky day. You're getting a bag of goodies sent off. I even sent to Pop. I'd love to be able to just randomly drop people's names and send them a big, fabric stash, crazy, scrappy stash and fabric and of fabric, and then batting and you know, even enough backing to put a quilt together sort of thing, and just send it off as a little package. Have fun. See what you make with it, you know. That you know, us as quilters find that is a fantastic gift. We wouldn't find that, you know, insulting in any way whatsoever, right? Hello, Marcy. Hello, Marcy. Happy you're here. Hello, Marcy. I did a lot of coughing in my sleep last night, so I don't know what's going on, but I feel like I'm getting better, but the croakiness doesn't seem to be ending. Well, and there's Pop coughing. Let me tell you, that flu just took so much out of you. I had no energy. Just even existing was like tough. Hello, Aubrey. Linda Hansen, could you piece them together, batting them? Yeah, you could, but I have different textures. I've got like 80-20, I've got 100% cotton, I've got polyester, and sometimes they're mixed polyesters. Some customers don't want their extra batting, and sometimes it's just little tiny strips. So, and it's a mix of polyester, so not of them, all of them are going to go together. So I have thought of just making 2-inch strips and then just giving it away to the quilt guilds and saying, you know, if you want to make like the rug braid or the bag. I've done a bag and the Camden bowl, that sort of thing. You know, this is a great way to use those scraps, but I have to take the time to cut it all too. So I you know, I don't want to do it and not get used. So that's just me. Oh, I did get the 4. Okay, all right. So that should give me enough to finish this one off. Because that's there, and that's there. And where's our pattern? Okay. Oh, move my phone out of the way. I didn't realize it was sitting there. I don't think I muted it, so if it rings, I'm terribly sorry. I wasn't expecting anybody today. All right, so if this one would go this way, and this one would go this way. Right? Yep, and then the little triangle on the corner. And we've got another row done. Move the Kleenex box. It's always handy though. There we go. That's our next row. Okay, so I guess we'll put it together. The battery, the microphone pack seems to be pulling down my pants for some reason. What's going on? Actually, that was meant to be one of our projects, and I'm kind of irritated with myself for being delayed on it. For as a weekend project was the fidget blankets, so maybe we'll try and get on that for this week. I've got the Quilt of Valor, the live stream on Thursday. We're going to try and start at 10 o'clock, 10 a.m. I should be good to go by 10 a.m. and hopefully we'll go, I don't know how long it's going to take, but however long it takes to put that quilt top together, we will stick around till at least 2:30. So, and then I have to, you know, I'd like a, you know, cup of tea or a snack or something like that, and then off to crossing guard. So we'll figure it out. But I got spring break coming up. 11th to the 15th is spring break, so maybe we'll try and do a spontaneous live stream in there somewhere. 97th birthday party. Holy moly. Congrats to him, Gwynnie, and congrats to you for having him around that long. Very nice. Baby stuff for your son and his wife. 8 weeks, we will know if they are expecting. Oh, or what they are expecting. Well, exactly. Happy birthday. That is amazing. That is so fantastic to 97. Think of all the things he's seen. You know, there wasn't a cell phone. There wasn't no television. Oh, no, I don't want zigzag. Yikes. Okay, there we go. Okay, gotcha. Makes more sense now, Miss Helly, thank you. I just wasn't quite, it wasn't computing. I thought maybe as much, but I just didn't want to assume. All right, and that goes there, making sure that is correct. Yes, it is. Before we're so long. I hope so, fingers crossed. Especially if they really, really want one. Knee lift is a game changer. It's interesting how different machines are and how you get used to things, that's for sure. Yes, we're very glad to see Helly back too. We were very concerned for her. And of course, we're all so far away. It's not like we can go and visit and bring her a cup of soup or something, you know, or, you know, take her dog for a walk or do her laundry or, you know, clean up the dishes in the sink sort of thing for her. You know, we're all so far away from each other. It's kind of hard to help. Because I know we would, you know, if we were sick and we needed each other, you'd be over here cleaning up my house, making me a chicken noodle soup, and, you know, because that's just how we are. We would do that for each other. You can't count on your friends. Who can you count on? Okay, is that right? Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay, it's like, why do those two line up? Makes me a little confused. Do not disturb sign for your door. Yeah, you busy, Grace. You've got things to do. I'm sorry, what was that? Oh. Oh, well, I've got to just learn myself there, honey. So, what it is, hold on here. It's this little bar.
I'll zoom out, you can put it back in.
Okay, all right. It's a little bar, and it's actually a little mechanism that it kind of clicks right in here. Okay, and you hear it. It clicks. So, and as you want to progress around your project, it's more like the side of your knee, not necessarily your knee, but I guess your thigh, and you just kind of gently push it, and it lifts the foot as you go. So whether you just lift it a little bit and only, you know, or you lift it the whole way, it lifts all the way up. So whatever you need it for. So I'm going to place it down. Gonna hit the pedal, gonna rock it to the end. Once I get there, do a little back stitch, hit the cut, lift, done. So much easier, let me tell you. Game changer. I know, it is amazing. All right, so let's go do this one. Do the same thing, just line it up. Of course, you can put pins in this if you want, but it's only 9.5 inches or 9 inches. Thanks, honey. And that's how it works. I'm gonna have to fill up a bobbin here. I didn't fill one up beforehand. Sorry. Oh. I think I buggered that up. It does. I didn't really realize how much though, because the other machine, when I hit the pedal, it dropped, and it had a little button for the foot to come up. So I just hit the button. So I was already trained for that. So now I'm trained for trying to get trained for the knee lift now. So. When you guys were saying it was a game changer and I should really use it, I'm like, okay, all right. Because I was reading your text. So like, you know, I read it afterwards. And I'm like, all right, let's give it a go. All right, I'm going to do binding on this. I finished the Quilt of Valor for January on the long arm. And I've already bound it, made the pillowcase. It's all tucked away. I will show you when I do the one on Thursday for February's Quilt of Valor what January's ended up looking like. So I thought, okay, well, I needed to put the binding on that, so I thought let's go, let's give it a good test. I'll put the knee lift on, and I'll be trying to be consciously aware to use the knee lift as I'm putting this binding on, because I had corners to go around, right? So you have to put it on twice because I machine stitched it. So hello, Carol, how you doing? She really likes my fox panel, the one I did with all the flying geese and stuff like that. She really liked that because her her other last name used to be Fox, if I'm not mistaken. Is that right, Carol? Am I wrong? If I'm wrong on that, I'm terribly sorry. You know, sometimes I have a good memory, sometimes I have a really bad memory. But Mom still has one of those, Pat? What's that? Oh, how do you like... I really do. I really do like the machine. I think I've spent about equal portions between Little Boy Blue and this one here. I haven't quite named it yet because I've done a few projects. I had a lot of pants hemming this week, and I had to do a zipper fix, and it was just easier to do it on Little Boy Blue than it was on this one, just the way it worked out. So, hey, yay, points for me, Carol. Yes. The beautiful fox quilts. It turned out amazing. I love it. I love looking at it. It's a beautiful piece. All right, so that's our 2 pieces there, and now we're going to continue on to finish this row. And then once we get this ironed and then pinned on and sewed, we'll put the other 2 circles on in the centers like we have those ones going on. So let's put these 2 on and that one on, and then we'll add it. And it's a lighter machine. It was easier for me to move. Like when I had my sewing student here yesterday, and I put Baby Blue up and I took this one off. It was so much easier than the other one with the embroidery attachment and stuff. Even the embroidery attachment was off, but it's such a heavy machine. This was so much easier to just be able to slip my hand underneath and carry up at the top and move it over to the footstool and then back again later. So it did make a difference for me. It made a big difference to be able to handle it for sure. And I just still need the embroidery machine. I have to do a couple of more receiving blankets that I have a customer who loves to put God Bless His Child on them. So she gave me like 6 more to do, and I'm like, well, unfortunately I need the fixer fixed first before I can do those. So I'm hoping he won't be too long with the cutter. Now he knows that it's a problem. So here's fingers crossed. He gets his stuff together. Alright, so that's gotta go this way. Yes, it does this way. Okay. Makes sense. Well, the knee runner is on the 35-year-old machine. Knee. Oh, okay. Knee runner. Hi, Jacqueline. Happy you're here. Hello, Angela. Oh, I wish we had instant translation. Oh, I'm not sure if I'm going to have enough thread to finish this one. We'll see. I'll have to load one. Oh, close. And you guys were right. On Little Boy Blue, we were talking about the threads, and I didn't realize they came up. So I was reading your chat. I came over to the machine, and I went, oh, look, they do pop up. Awesome. Because then it holds the thread spools, right? So, yeah, that was, that was interesting to see that, too. I didn't realize that. It's all about the throat space. I have to say, I agree with you there. It's all about the throat space. You have to make sure you can feel that it's, you know, workable to be able to do projects in. Yes, we have Grace here to save the day on many translations. She speaks a few languages. I barely even have English grasped, so. And the cutter, yes, the cutter. I love the cutter. I've even used the side one too. But the Little Boy Blue does not have a side cutter. I have to say, I was a little disappointed by that. No side cutter on Little Boy Blue. Had to get the snips out. All right, let's move this over here and that over there, and let's give this a little press. I tell you, my microphone's pulling my pants down. Oh, so cute. Can't wait to get those big circles on in the center. I think that's going to totally change it. All right, now let's get our stuff together. Put that here. Yes, yes, yes. Here and here. All right, so line those seams up as we go along. Pin, pin, pin as we go along. Okay. Get a bunch of pins. I haven't used my extension table yet, but that doesn't mean I won't. Even Pop was talking about cutting a hole in my desk. I'm like, what? I don't think so. I don't think so at all. Yeah, this pattern comes in many different colors. I've seen it in reds and tans. I've seen it in a rainbow collection. I really like it in the rainbow scrappy collection. I think that would be fabulous to do all those Dresdens. You could totally do that as it goes all the way around. I mean, you know, only limitation is your imagination. Don't let anything stop you. You can totally do this pattern in many different ways. And though I do have a Dresden ruler, it was not the same size. What did I do with it here? I thought I had it ready. It's not the same size as the template it was asking for. The one that it was much wider. So maybe you would have, instead of 16, you may have 20 if you used one of these instead. You'd have 5 on each square instead of 4. I don't know. I'm sure you could work it out, but just so you know, if I had to use the template that was given within the pattern to make sure that I was going to get the 4 per each square. So, but I'm not saying that wouldn't look better with, you know, not better, but, you know, just the same beautiful quality as, you know, with 8 or 16 or 22 or whatever, however many Dresdens you needed to get within the square. And of course you can make the square bigger. These are 9, right? One day when I get my sewing room for myself again, I would love to put my machine down on a table. Now I have to use the table cutting. Oh, I know, it's always a pain, shifting here and there. You don't feel like you ever get any settled. You're not settled in anywhere. So happy when I had my own space. Makes a difference. It really does. You know, creativity-wise as well, knowing you don't have to always put your stuff away. All right. You guys over here, and you over here. And let's sew down this section. Do, 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 do. What was that? We will check Little Urban Homestead. What was that for? I missed it. Many Danes are flying to Tenerife this time of year. Their winter holiday. Oh, says Angela. Oh, in the Canary Islands. Oh, okay, I gotcha. 80 by 80 was the size of your Dresden quilt, and you used 16 Dresden. This one comes out at, I think it's, hold on, 70 by 70. And then there was another one that's been updated apparently on the website at 64 by 64. So all depends on your square, I guess. And what was your square size? Because these were 9, right? These were 9-inch squares. All right, let's get this row on, and then we'll get the other one on. Make some progress. Actually, let's fill a bobbin first. We're going to be crying because we're out of thread. Because I do not think that's going to take us the whole way. Nope, I do not. That's okay. I had an empty one up here. Follow the directions. Go around this little doodad. That was weird. Heard a big tang. Ting tang tong outside. Oh, no. Wrap that around. A little cutter on the side there. Oh yeah, I did find this one you had to stick it up through the hole. Hold on. I know that sounds weird, but you actually need to put it up through that little hole that's in the spool and hold on to it as it does this whole whirligigging. Okay. I was very irritated because it wasted a half a bobbin the other day, and I only had so much thread of it because I was doing an alteration, and I only bought one spool to do, like, to load the bobbin and then use the top, so I was quite mythified. Is that even a word? Probably not. But, okay, so hold that up top, let it spin its way around, and then just trim it when it's done. I bet they are. I'd love to go. Hello, Wanda. Happy you're here. Hello, Audrey. Just a second. What do you mean, just a sec? What's going on? Hey, Eileen, how are you? Glad you caught us today. I'm not sure who that was, but on Saturday, if you want, okay, hello. I'm happy you're here. Oh, all right. Oh, it beeped at me. Oh, aren't you snazzy? All right, so pull this one up, and then trim it from the top. Oops. Come here, you. There. Pull this. There we go. And that way it doesn't get caught. Okay, and the U back down in here. And front to the center. U back over here. Through there. Down around. 6, 7, 8. Foot down. And 9. Eye of the needle. There we go. Ha ha! Didn't need no old lady specs for that. If you hold the thread firmly, it will twist and break off. It does that for the bobbin when I'm loading for the long arm, but for some reason, I guess maybe I have to get a knack for it, to holding it in a certain direction, then it'll just pop right off. But yeah, I have had to get used to that with the long arm, loading the bobbin for that one for sure. So. You were in Seattle and missed the last 5 weeks of Mom and Pop? That's a lot to watch. No kidding. Well, actually, we were kind of sick for a few weeks in there, Aileen, so very sorry about that. 20-inch blocks? Oh, is that what the one yours was for the 16 Dresdens? Yeah, that's big. These are 9. That's big. There's like 36, I think, of these Dresdens in here. I'd have to read through the pattern, but we can read it over. Mm-hmm. Well, that's it. You have to hold it at the right angle and exactly practice. Now that I know what I need to do with it, I'll make sure I'm trying to do it better the next time around to save myself time and thread and aggravation, of course. But it's a nice quiet machine. It doesn't do no ting tang tong, bing bang bong as you're firing it up in the morning, so it's not waking Pop up. And it's quite quiet. You know, I have it on just between medium and fast, and it's a great speed for me. I feel confident. I'm okay to be able to maneuver the fabric I need to in a timely manner. I don't feel like it's going too fast or it's going too slow. It seems to be working for me. So right in between there. And I just used the knee lift there. It looked like it was getting a bit of a pucker, so I used the knee lift to help kind of tug a little bit at that top fabric that was looking like it was going to pucker and make a little fold, and it straightened it out immediately. So it was so helpful to have that knee lift right there, right then, while these two hands were busy, I didn't need to concentrate on anything else. I just needed to push my knee to help alleviate the fabric. I don't think we've been to Seattle. We've been across the border a couple times. I'm not sure. I know I went to Seattle. Don't they have Huskies? I think I got a sweatshirt from as I passed through there, but it wasn't anything too exciting. I think it was with our friend visiting slowly. But I don't think Pop and I actually went to Seattle. We went across the border a few times, though, from when we lived in BC. We'd go and get gas and butter and milk, and just for an adventure to go across the border. Oh, for your sister's wedding. Oh, that's right. That's right. When Pop's sister got married, we flew into Seattle, and we had family members pick us up. Actually, I think it was your mom and her boyfriend at the time, wasn't it? Yes, I think so. Yes. That was actually some good times. I remember that. Munchkin was with us. He was only 6, 5 and a half. I think so. Oh my gosh. Looks like a lifetime ago. A lifetime ago. When the grass was green and dinosaurs ruled the earth. 14 inches. I plan on appliquing vines in between. There's some beautiful blocks. I really like this pattern layout. I really do. It's quite lovely, and there's so much you can do with it. When I saw the one that was scrappy, someone posted the pattern, by the same person, just different colors of fabric, and it was just all the rainbows. I'm like, oh, that's fantastic! What a scrap buster that is, right? That's such a beautiful garden array of color. It's great to give someone as a gift, or a nice big bright wall hanging or something like that, because it has all those different colors in it. It's nice and bright and beautiful. Sometimes, Ellie. At least once a week sometimes, the past few weeks. Yeah, exactly. Hence why he made me very irritated today, so. Ooh, there we go. All right, we get to plan the next row. Beautifuls. Beautifuls. Okay. All right, now the next one. So you're going to get smaller as you keep going along here. First, we're going to need one of these guys to go along here. There we go. And then we're going to need one of these guys to go along over there. Here we go. I don't know where I'm going with that. Mine turned 26 before you was ready. It will come. Oh, from your mouth to God's ears, Helly. It's a little prayer. Because right now I'm about to... I promise to let go when his face turns red-ish, maybe purple. I'm such a bad parent. Horrible. Just frustration. Just frustration. All right, so the next one we got, so we need an up. So it goes like, oh, I like that one. That's pretty. And then we need a down like that. That's pretty. And then we need 2 solids. Where's our 2 solids? Oh, where's our solids? Ruh-roh. Hold on. Is any fabric off the other side there? Oh, there we go. Okay, there we go. Phew, I was getting worried. All right, then we got 2 solids. And then we have 2 more here and here. But I like this. And then this, oops, goes this way, and then this way, And then that. Okay, all right, next line done. I have to do that on my Janome also with the bobbin. Oh, hold it up, hold the thread up. Yeah, that's new to me, but I'm okay. I'm okay to get used to things. So, Teresa, I'm a guild member. I like our guild when I get there. In the past every time there's a meeting, I've been either sick or babysitting, or I had other things planned. So, yeah, I only got to the first one this year, which was September. I've missed every other one since. This last one, I was just dying, so I'm like, I'm not going anywhere, giving anybody anything. 1 hour and 20 minutes away. Yeah, some of them are a bit. There's a couple of years ago, I joined 3 around here. The Erin Village Quilters, of course, which is just down the street from us. The Orangeville Peacemakers, and then the Fergus. A guild as well, but I just for this past year I just kept with the Erin Village Quilters. It was just too much work to putter here, putter there, and I was tired, exhausted by the time I got home. So, and that's not safe to drive in either. So, I don't want to be that way. All right, so let's pin some of these together. I don't like driving tired. I don't like driving at night either. So if it doesn't make me comfortable, I'm not going to do it. I think you should, Teresa. I think you'd be pleasantly surprised. Sometimes they're not always open to newcomers, but if you just, sit and listen and ask questions, and, if you're having a hard time with the project and there's mentors, like we have mentors on our list at our guild and on every newsletter. If you need something, you need some help with something, and these are experienced sewers. I'm one of them. My friend Janice is another one, and I forget who's the third one. So we're there. Quick call. Says, hey, I'm having trouble with this. It's not lining up. Could you help me out a little bit, or could you help guide me in the way this should be done properly? And then happy to come on over. I have a nice big table to help learn and teach on, and we're always willing to help. We're all after the same thing, the love of the craft, right? So, trying to pin this whole row on first, this way, get it lined up, and then I'll sew them. And then I'll sew them together. I think if you don't like it, then at least you give it a shot, right? And, if it's not for you, it's not for you. Maybe more of an online guild is more your thing. So that's kind of like our Mom and Pop Quilt Shop Mafia page. It's kind of like our little online guild. Everybody shows what they're working on, and we encourage each other and answer any questions. And and Grace was having a little issue with tension the other day with her free motion, and she gave me she texted me first, which was good because I was busy with a student. And then she said, do you have time to talk? And I'm like, well, by the time I got to the phone message, it was about 45 minutes later. I'm like, I do now. Sorry, it was with a student. So she called me right away, and we talked for like about a half an hour. And we tried to sort it out. But, doesn't work, it doesn't work. This is looking really pretty. I think my mom will like it. I think so. She'd be definitely big enough for her bed. And I'll put poly batting so it's light, because I don't want anything too heavy on her legs, because anything heavy, it adds just pressure to a leg. So she can add more layers if she wants underneath, but I'll make this one nice and light. I thought of actually just putting in a top sheet or a couple of layers of just scrap, because I have a couple of rolls of white fabric, like big rolls, and I thought I could just put like 2 strips of that in there in between, so it makes it really, really light. But I don't know. I just found I could put you on my new... Well, I don't know. I think I don't like those inches there, Fiona. That's not making me feel really good. Making me feel guilty about those cookies I ate. I'm just kidding. All right, I'm going to be right back. I'm just going to get something more to drink. Excuse me. There we go. Sorry, apologize. Coughing in your ear. Oh my goodness. This is Jen, Kathy's daughter. I just wanted to say that I see you and Pop a lot when my mom's watching you. And you're one of the... Aw, why thank you. Big hugs. Big squishy hugs. There's been a few new subscribers. We're almost at 11,000. Sorry. That's why I got something to drink, because I knew there was nothing left in my cup. Well, thank you, Jen. I appreciate it. All right, now we're going to work our way from one spot to the next. We have a lot of fun here. I think that's the most important thing, don't you guys? Just having fun. Keep a 1/4-inch seam allowance. Keep your seam ripper handy, and it's a good time had by all. And I did get a foot that said, because I read the book, I read it. Believe it or not, I read it. It said I have a 1/4-inch foot. So I may use it next time. Oh, before I forget, I wanted to show the Patreon's next project. I got it out, but I didn't get it all the way out. Sorry for me. Oh, here it is. Here we go. Patreon's next project, which you're going to start this week. We asked if they wanted to live stream or not. So some said yes, some said no. Some said depended on the time. But this is going to be their one that they get to win. Check this baby out. You have to be part of Patreon to be able to win it. Check it out. Super colorful, super complicated, super amazing. Lots of beautiful color in there. Check that out. I'll put those two there so you can kind of see them a little bit. Isn't that beautiful? Yay! Yay for Patreons! Look what I get to make for you. Look what I get to make for you. Look what I get to make for you. I'm so happy. Oh, I know. Isn't it a stunner? Stunner. It's got beautiful, beautiful fabrics in there. Lovely. We are certainly very close. Let's see. We do have a lot of fun. Well, thank you. So I blame Pop. He's the one who told me, you got to get in front of the camera. I'm like, are you kidding me? I'm always behind the camera taking the pictures. He's like, yeah, you need to get in front. So everybody point the finger at Pop. It's all him. Without him, we would not be here. It is pretty, isn't it? I can't wait. It's called Solar Flare Quilt Kit by Janice Zeller Ryan, featuring Boundless Solids. So these are all lovely, solid colored fabrics. There's no tone on tones on them or anything like that. And it's got just, I love the mix. I really wanted this to be the year of color. Last year was all the year of scraps, dealing with your scraps, how to deal with your scraps in many different ways, from color selections of orange and yellow to green and blue and purple and pinks and so on and so forth, and even our black and white and red with the piano keys and all sorts of fun stuff. So this year is definitely the year color, and that is a beautiful project. I like the little center one. That little tiny little center collage of color just makes it, to me, it was just, that's what drew me to it. Can you see that? It's just tiny little, maybe you can see it in the close-up camera there, but it's just, it's got little tiny triangles in the tiny triangles. So, yeah, you can just barely see them on that little camera there. They're little tiny, tiny triangles in the big colorful triangles. Should be a lot of fun. Can't wait to start it. Very excited. But we are going to do the Quilt of Valor live stream on Thursday. I'm hoping by 10. If not, yeah, it'll be shortly after 10, maybe 10:10, 10:15 sort of thing, just to make sure we had our all ducks in a row sort of thing. And then we'll be good to go for getting that one, the live stream going together for that one. It is. It's going to be a lot of practice for me, Denise. A lot of whippersnipping. Oh, gotta get my stuff on a roll. It's pretty, April. I saw it and I went, oh, geez. And I looked at the price and the price comparison and the amount of fabric and how size it was and how much fun it was going to bring to either a live stream or a Patreon. I thought, you know, I'm getting it. Click. You know, I thought it was a really good deal considering all the kits I got for the amount of money I had. So it ended up being approximately $100 a quilt. I'm sorry, you can barely buy the fabric for a nice big quilt for that for $100. So this is all in the kit and I get extra bits. I'm a happy camper. And I can use these patterns again with other things. I've got scraps coming out of my scraps. It is, there's lots of Y seams there. I looked at it and went, oh, what am I dying up for? But that's okay. It's good practice for me. You got to learn. Got to be a professional at something. Can't be just a professional crossing guard. It was so cute, but the school that I cross guard at, they Twittered a couple pictures of me and kids that I crossed, and I was just so awkward. I'm like posing for pictures. I'm like, well, okay, whatever. For some reason, I lost my thread. I lost my thread. What's going on? Do. Hello from Indiana, says Libby. Happy you're here. I know, what a bargain. $100 a quilt. It's like, seriously, you can't beat that anywhere. And you didn't have to go hit a shop or a mall or anything to deal with that. You ordered it and it arrived at your door. Okay. Seems like logic to me, so click and go. I picked up a couple of really nice projects from Grace that she wants me to get done for her. One was for her mom for Mother's Day. She's got another one that her and Bella were working on that's going to come our way shortly. She's going to mail it though this time. So, and I'm totally cool with that. Hello, Ron from Holland. Happy you're here. We're working on a beautiful Dresden. Let's see. Move this out of the way so you can see what we're working on. What did I do with the paper paper? Oh, there we go. There we go. We're working on it. We're working on it. We're going to get the top mostly done by the time we end today because I only got a few more strips to go. Let's put this here and put that there so don't lose it. Need prepped for this week. If you don't mind me asking, what are your favorite types of quilts to make? That's a good, I like scrappy. I think that's why I had so much fun last year because I just kind of picked a pattern and went with it. Sometimes made up my own pattern. I used my AccuQuilt cutter a couple of times. It was kind of like looking at my stash and what did I feel inspirational wise, like what did I want to make with it. Like the black and whites ended up being Jacob's Ladder, but the pattern we laid it out in was not anything you would have ever recognized as a Jacob's Ladder. So, and then, you know, with the green and yellow scrappy, actually I think it was one little bit of yellow, ended up being the Bargello, sorry, I had to think about it there for a second, the Bargello quilt, and I liked how that came along because I added a little pop of gold and a little pop of yellow in with those greens, and it changed it dramatically. And how to keep with the pattern. If it says you need 3/4 of an inch of a strip, you really need to have that 3/4, which ends up being 1/4 stitched in the quilt in that defining definition of that Bargello. So don't, you know, you think, oh, I don't want to cut 3/4 of an inch of fabric. There's more fabric behind the seams than there is seen. Yes, it is, but it's the whole visual thing of it that makes it pop and pizzazz. So I'd say scrappy. Get to the short answer of it, scrappy. We don't want to drone on or anything. I like Scrappy. Scrappy's my favorite. And maybe next year will be another year of Scrappy with all the scraps that have been left over from the quilt kits and stuff that I put together this year. So, like, there's a challenge. Put it all together and see what you can do. All right, one more. I like all quilts, really, but I have to say I like using what I have and trying to change it into something different. I've made quite a few Scrappy quilts and really enjoy that one. Using different patterns. Like I like the one that Nadine sent us. I really see that in a very Scrappy fashion. I see it in Christmas colors. I see it in Easter colors. So, all right, that's that row done. Oops. Let me lift that up. Let's give that a little press. Give that a little press. Okay. Why is that? That seems pulled tight there. Okay, there we go. All right, I'm going to now line this up and pin it down. Okay. All right, there we go. We're going to pin on this side. Grab a few. I don't know what we're having for dinner tonight. What are you in the mood for, Pop? Where are we going to go? Or are you going to pick up something you like and I'm going to pick up something I like and then we're going to come home? We do need some laundry baskets. The 2 laundry baskets that we have are somehow broken and the duct tape ain't holding anymore because they're broken beyond repair. So, oh, Happy too. My mom is taking a shower, so I'm watching for her. Shh. Happy you're here, Jen. Happy you're here. Yeah, I don't know what we're in the mood for. I made a lovely roast dinner last night, and the night before I made chicken schnitzel, and then the night before that I literally have made dinner every single night for the past like 7 nights, so I'm like done. I'm done tired. Between breakfast, lunch, and dinner, I'm tired. So tonight we're going out. Someone else is making. I kind of feel like sushi, but Pop's not a big sushi fan, so I don't think that's going to happen unless he grabs what he wants and I stop and get what I want, which would be like, 2 spicy salmon, 2 spicy tuna, and like 5 maki rolls, and then we're good to go. Waffles, pancakes. We do have a waffle maker. I got one for my birthday a few years ago, and I love my waffle maker. I love it because you can do Belgian, you can do original, you can do your own custom waffle, you can do, what was the other one? There's dark crust, medium crust. There's, who knew? You don't like sushi? Oh, I love sushi. I like the wasabi. Donuts. You're not really good for my diet there, Aubrey. That's all the bad stuff. Well, it's good in moderation, but not every day. I wish they had really good Philadelphia cheesesteaks. We'd be going for one of those. That's what I wish. But there's not a place around here, not within like an 8-hour drive, that does good Philadelphia cheesesteaks. And that's in this state of Pennsylvania. Though apparently New York has a really good one too, but I have yet to taste it. I'm kind of afraid to go to New York. There's so many people there. Afraid I'm going to get lost. Just so many. I don't do really well with crowds, so I'd be like ninja moves everywhere. Oh, I love donuts, clearly. and pastries and turnovers and everything. Grapes? Oh, dark grapes are good. We have green grapes. Hello, Pam. Aw, sad face. That's okay. We have made our own, but I'm not making dinner anymore. I need a break. I'm taking a break. I'm cutting out tonight. Not making anybody anything. Pop and I will go out, and he can pick where we're going to go. I'm fine with whatever, as long as I ain't cooking. Don't want to cook tonight. And we need laundry baskets. I'm sick and tired of dealing with the flimsy ones we got. So we'll go out, grab a couple laundry baskets, and grab dinner. I know we are so exciting, aren't we? Thunder parts? You mean butter tarts? Yeah, that would be nice. That's a good snacks. Has anybody done the block of the month since last weekend? The February block of the month? I'd love to know if anybody's done one yet. Yeah, we only got like another row after this, and we're good. Now it's to figure out what else I want to do. I have to say, in retrospect, this pattern, of all the patterns like I've kind of put together, this one's actually pretty easy. I mean, it did deal with a lot of the attaching, sewing the Dresdens and attaching the Dresdens when I wasn't feeling very well, but I didn't work at it for hours. It'd be like 20 minutes, and then I'd walk away, and then it'd be like 20 minutes, and then, you know, whatever. Within like a week, I'd work on it for maybe an hour to 2 hours or something like that. So it wasn't overly time consuming. It was just enough to kind of, you know, get the little sew bug out of you sort of thing, even though you know you weren't feeling very well and you didn't have a lot of energy, but you still wanted to do something. And it was hard to read. It was hard to watch TV. Sometimes you could just focus on this for a few minutes, and that was it. So I got all the Dresdens done, and then was happy to start putting them together. So to me, it really didn't seem that long, and when you're thinking about it, because it seems like a very complicated project, right? With all the waves of the Dresdens. So, what color to use for Pop's block of the month? For session? Huh? Oh, from last year's. Oh, I have Allison's beautiful block of the month here. I'm going to work on it hopefully this week. I do have a very large customer quilt I want some hand custom done on it, so I was just kind of pacing myself. I just got the nautical one done. That took me a couple of days, so I was happy to get that done. Now I'm feeling a little bit better. I can spend a few more days on this one. It's actually ready in the bag to get loaded. It's called Log Cabin Forest, I think. Maybe I'm hoping you guys will see it as long remains Wednesday, maybe this Wednesday. Pink and purple tiny house. Oh my gosh, Heather, I love your tiny houses. What are you going to do with that quilt? You send it to me. I'll quilt it for you. I want to see it. I want to see all your greens and your purples and your blues. And oh my gosh, you do the cutest little houses. What are you doing, Sophie? It's scratching your bed. Come here. Come say hi to people. Where's your toy? Where's your toy? Get your panda. Get your panda. Get your panda. There. We call it Winnie the Pooh in their scorpion outfit, the panda. Come here. Come here. Come show people. Come show people. Come here. Come here. You got fabric on you. How do you have fabric on you? Come here. Come here. Show people. Come here. Come up, say hi to Mama. No, there's no room on that. Okay, all right. There's lots of room on this. If Mommy moves over. Come on. Come say hi. Come say hi. There we go. There's a cute little toy. It's Winnie the Pooh in a scorpion outfit, but she's chewed off the ears, and she's chewed off the tails, all the other scorpion bits. But she's left the tail on this one. Oh, no, Pooh's ears are gone. And his little mitts are gone. He's been sacrificed to Sophie. Are you ready? Here you go. It's all yours. She's so cute. Love the Lovey Povey. Love her, love her, love her. Now she's looking for something on the floor. I cooked bacon earlier, so she's looking for anything. King size quilt for mine and hubby's bed. Well, you send that to me. I'll give you an amazing deal on putting that together. Because I would love just to see it. Just to see it. Like, seriously. The amount of work that you put into that quilt already. Those tiny houses are amazing. I love your work. I love your work. All right, so this is the second to last row here because I've got the last one right here ready to go, which is right there. So what we need, besides the two flappies, what we need is 4 more, which should be 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, and we need our little circles to go on the inside, which we have. Is that one gonna fit? Do I have these ones? Okay, that'll do for that. Is that gonna fit there? Nope, it's too small. There we go. Checkered on either side. Now we need one of those. Okay, all right, I think we got our stuff sorted. Okay, now I need to zigzag these 4 to finish up. Oh my goodness, so close. So Laura Lynn, you are doing applique in the blank spots of the Dresden. Yes, I am. Appliquing the quarter circles down. I did forget on one little corner, but that's okay. This one was a half, so I wanted to make sure the whole half was in there, right? And there's another half that I missed on the other side, but I'm going to pick that apart and reattach it, so it's okay. I'll figure it out. Pardon? Oh, okay, sorry. I don't know what I'm going to do, Claire. I don't really like the tulips that are there. I kind of want to do something a little different. So we'll figure that out next weekend. By next weekend, I will have an answer what I'm going to put in there. And I will have some already done. It's a beautiful spot, and she's not a big, huge tulip fan, so, but as Claudette said, I could do whatever I wanted with it. So this is what I'm doing. I'm adapting it to what I think my mom's style would like more. So I like tulips. I don't think they've been one of her favorites, though. You kind of like a blank? I do kind of do too, but I feel like maybe there might be a chance for some small Dresdens to be made there. I don't know. We'll see. If I don't like it, then you may say just empty next weekend and we start something fresh. So, let's try that one there. Is that going to fit that better? There we go. That's much better. Yeah, there's many patterns of it out there that have nothing in those spots. So, and there's some with tulips, and there's some with just flowers. I think it's the rainbow one has just just a flower on there. Oh, actually I could do that. I could do that. I thought of actually putting everybody's name, all of her family members' names, like my sisters and the grandkids, and her brothers that alive or not alive. All those dudes. I thought about stitching all that in there, so in those spaces. She was kind of surrounded by family, I felt like, but what if she sees a name of one of her brothers and it really irritates her? She has like 12 to choose from, so I don't know. I'm sure they're not all her favorite. So I thought, well, maybe just her kids and the grandkids, keep it simple. Hello, Sharon. How you feeling, Sharon? You feeling better? Hopefully you're on the mend. I know it takes a long time to get over shingles. Pop's mom had it. I couldn't believe she had it. And then, you know, of course I was there for her whenever she needed. I ran and did things and, you know, would help put cream on and, you know, prep a cup of tea for her or make her something to eat or whatever. And it was horrible. That's what I was thinking, actually, Audrey. Was doing it the reverse, doing yellow Dresdens with either little green centers or green Dresdens with blue centers, you know, because I have green fabric too, so, you know. Only limitation is my imagination. All right, let's put that there's. Let's get this one planned out here. Okay. You sit there for a moment. Just shush. Shush, shush, shush. Okay, now we are on this one. So it is an upper and a lower and a lower. All right, let's go lower. Lower and an upper. No, not that kind of upper. This kind of upper. There we go. There we go. Now that's the right upper. And then little triangles on either side. Should be two. To go this and this. And then we've got two triangles for the other side. This one. Awesome. Look at us go. What are you doing? Look like you're causing trouble. Did Daddy kick you out of the computer room? Did he? See you being a menace? Why is that stiff? Oh, because I got wrapped around something here. What the? Holy moly guacamole. What's going on here, Batman? Uh-oh. A little pain, but almost all better. Oh, good, good. I know they're very painful, aren't they? It's horribly painful. I didn't know what else to do for my mother-in-law. You know, I helped her whenever I could, though. And apparently, she said that was when she had him the first time around. I think that's when I first met Pop. And she says, oh, you're not supposed to be able to get him again. And then she had him like 3 or 4 times more, and I couldn't believe it. Of all the pain and the anguish that she went through. You're a fabric hoarder? Well, admitting it is the first step, Claire. It's okay, we're all with you. I am Laura Lynn Fulford of the Mom and Pop Quilt Shop, and I am a fabric hoarder. And I'm okay with this. Exactly, you're not alone. You're not alone, girl. You got homies. We're there with you. That's what he said. You know why? No, I got lots. I got to deal with what I got. Thanks, Pop. We're all with you, Claire. Big hugs. Oh my God, Mr. Claire, seriously, stop loving my foot. What are you doing? That's a knee lift, not a nose scratcher. What are you doing? Come on. You're being a pain. I need work to do. Come on. Come on. I got a quilt to put together. Okay. Move on. Oh, wrong stitch. Do-do-do. Yeah, he was very talkative at like 4 this morning, which I couldn't understand particularly why he was so talkative, because I certainly wasn't at 4. In fact, I was quite irritated. What are you doing? You're going to make my pants all staticky. You keep rubbing against them. I got to go out. Stop it. Stop it. Go find your human. Go find your human. Oh, don't give me the stink eye. You're such a goofy cat. Oh my gosh. Come here. You're gonna get your tail going, you silly cat. Pardon? Oh, Mr. Clive is blocking the microphone. Here, I'll switch it over. There we go. Oh my God, he's digging his claws in for good here. Oh, careful. What are you doing? Come here. Cap the table. What are you doing on the table? Come on. All right, so that goes there, and that goes here, and this goes here. We're almost there. Oh, I'm so excited. This quilt top is almost done. And of course, I have to decide. I have to still to decide when I want to put in those blank spots. Like I say, they could look very nice just plain and just add some quilting, fun quilting to those spots. I don't think it's going to take away from the quilt at all if you don't have the tulips. I really don't. So I don't think anybody else would say the same thing. Like, I think they would just say it would be just fine without it. So you don't have to add those bits. Tell them what you want to do. I'm sure it'd be perfect for a tulip lover. Oh, watch yourself there, buddy. I gotta go press this now. Where are you? Okay. All right, and then that's the last row. And then we'll sew our circles, our 4 circles down on those big 4-hole Dresdens in the center. We'll sew all those down. This has been some very beautiful blues, and mix of blues too. Blues and whites, blues and grays, blues and blues. There's been quite a few, so that have been very transitional in colors. So I've liked every single one of them. There wasn't a blue in combination that I didn't like. It was very nice for the pattern for sure. I guess it's kind of hard when you pick a pattern. It's like, do you like all the colors in it, or does it matter if it's not for you? You know, I don't know. When I'm looking at something, it kind of has to be pleasant to me as well to be able to put it together. Are you guys the same way? Do you have to have some sort of a connection to it to be able to put it together to make it something like a project? I know, us too. Very happy. We're all bouncing back, you know, and with a blood deficiency, that's very scary. That's very, very scary. I give you a blood transfusion. Are you O negative? I'm O negative. Even though I'm really a positive person, I'm O negative blood. Well, you have to be able to want to play with it and work on it, right, Valerie? Great, Gail. So I see you there. Hello, Kelly. Happy you're here. I was talking about your channel last weekend. I hope you're okay with that. I tell people to go to check it out and subscribe to you. I was hoping I had you right, spelling of your last name right, and I did, thank goodness. I was talking about your dog Max in the snow pile, and you guys were shoveling and done stuff for Valentine's Day and little containers and lights and stuff. Little fun little projects I think people might like, so why not? Share the love. Share the love to Kelly. And she's so cute. It was her. I think it was the day that she took the filming was the day of her son's 13th birthday, I think, and he was out there shoveling. Like a good old trooper Canadian. Shoveling on his birthday. If your birthday's anywhere between the end of October and March somewhere, you're shoveling on your birthday. 6 a.m. working on a minute. Yes. Yeah. You stayed up till? Grace. She was talking about the size of pieces that she was doing. I'm like, I am not a small piece person. I need big blocks. I like big blocks. I don't know if I could do the stuff that she's been doing, but kudos. I can't wait to see some of it. Oh, 18. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I knew I had those. I apologize. Okay, it was on the 13th, and it was his 18th birthday. Okay, I'm sorry about that, Kelly. Sorry to your son, too, for mixing that up. Oh, you have Bella today? Good. We'll tell her we said hello. Well, she said hi. So, but do tell her we say hello, and we miss her. And we're glad she's feeling better. Munchkin was a little, I have to say, he was a little crushed last weekend when she said she was a little bored with the beginning of his video. He was like, I go, you're not going to please everybody all the time, honey. You just got to do the best you can, and she'll come back to it. It's there for her to come back to. So, no big deal. Oh, Scoot, cat, what are you doing? It's not playing with mommy's sock time. Come on, get. Really? Oh, Mr. Clive. All right, so that goes there. And this goes here, and this one goes there. Ho, ho, ho. You're so looking beautiful. All right. Wee, wee, wee. I have the same kind of the same way. I can't find anything to watch on television, or if I want, it's not something I really want to involve my mind with. I just want to kind of numb out, which I have been for like the past 3 weeks when I felt like watching television. But I don't think Pop and I watched a show in probably about a week, I think. Other than that, it's just been whatever we had going on. He's been reading his book. I've, trolling the Facebook and, checking out quilt ideas, and that's about it. That's all I've had the energy for. Kathy's back. Dun, 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 dun. Kathy's back. Feels like you need a theme song there. Kathy's back. All right, we're finishing up the corner here, and then we're going to attach it. And that's the majority of this quilt top done. The Dresden flower patch. One more just Dresden, really. Just blue Dresden's blue. Yeah, blue and yellow. Blue and yellow. Do 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 do. Blue and yellow. Actually, let's press that first before we. Yes, she lives in Chilliwack, so they don't get a lot of snow there, but they do get some. We've driven through there many, many times. Pop and I used to live in Langley. In fact, Munchkin was born in Langley, BC. So we do know the lower mainland quite well. I have had a great aunt in Victoria, and Pop and I kind of went over there for almost, I guess you'd say, almost like a second honeymoon sort of thing when Pop's sister got married, which is very close to both of our birthdays. She got married on the 24th of November, and Pop's birthday is 21st on the 26th. So we went and celebrated in Victoria at a bed and breakfast with a hot tub, and it was right on the water, and it was beautiful. I totally remember that. It was one of the best things. And Munchkin stayed with Pop's mom and her man. And sorry, Mr. Clive, you're gonna get kicked in the noggin if you keep sitting there. Come on, you're being a pain. You're gonna move. You're in the way. Go find something else to do. Okay, knew it. What? TV is boring, YouTube is better. No commercials. They do have some though. Yeah, they're short commercials. They're only 15 seconds, not 5.5 minutes, right? Yeah, he really is in my way today. He just wants to be napping on my pedal. He was so annoying with my sewing student yesterday. I almost had to call Munchkin up and say, deal with the cat. You got to keep him downstairs somewhere. He's just being a pain because he kept trying to climb up my student's lap. And he loves animals, which is nice. And I think Mr. Clive kind of could sense that, but we're trying to do a lesson here for Pete's sakes. I can't have the cat climbing them. Like, good gravy. You know, and then I'm worried that he's getting cat hair all over him, and you know, and it's just, whatever. It's just like, ah, oh, Mr. Clive. Sometimes they're such a pain in the catushes. There are some days. Well, he was running around here last night and this morning like he was like, you know, a herd of elephants flipping and flopping around, and I don't know what he was playing with. I tried to figure it out this morning. I still can't find it. It sounded somewhat metallic. Must have got stuck under something because he stopped playing with it, so I don't know what it was. It's probably a thimble. I don't know. Tell you, it was not very entertaining at 1 o'clock or 4 o'clock this morning. Alrighty, folks. Here we go. Take the pin out, give it a little press. Look at all our hard work we've been doing. You're back under my table, aren't you? You are, you little munchkin head. All right, I need those. And those. And those. Okay, let's give this a press. And maybe I'll shoot some ideas on the Mafia page of what I'm going to put in these spaces for the week. So, to finish it up for next weekend. Because there might be enough of the leftover fabric-y bits to do like a thin border, or at least a decorative binding at least, right? Between the colors. So, oh, that looks lovely, hopefully. There's that one spot I missed, but I will get to it. It's right up here that I still have to do the half circle there. Oh, there we go. It's looking beautiful. I got to get my other circles here and get them sewn down. Very nice. Okay, bye, Nadine. See you later, darling. Thank you very much for the pattern. Hopefully you saw that at the beginning of the show. It came into her shop and she sent that to us. So thank you very much. I appreciate that. It just came in yesterday's mail. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's going to be a project. Thank you. It's called Quilted Fox Design Sunrise Batiks Valley Pop 1.5-inch strips. Fast, simple, beautiful quilts. Done. Love it. Da-da. It is very pretty, isn't it? Yeah, so I'm going to want to fix this. I'm going to seam rip this out, and then I'll do the curve around. But the other ones, I have circles. I needed to make a, no, here it is. And we were going to make one more. There we go. So what, instead of just doing the interfacing with these big circles in the center, what I did is I grabbed a scrap fabric and I made another circle just like it. So I'm going to put those two right sides together. So all the way around, all the way, not leaving a space to turn out. And then I'm going to cut in my back space fabric and turn it right side out so I get some nice smooth circular edge all the way around, and it's reinforced and it gets to go on that beautiful spot wherever I want it without having any issue. So I think so too, Beth. I hope so. I hope she loves it. Mr. Magoo, move. Move. You pain in the butt. Move, move. Where are you? Oh, what's congratulations? Whoa. Oh, did you hear? I won the Hoffman Fabric Facebook contest. 4 yards? Oh, what you gonna choose? 4 different ones, or 2 and 2, or what? One of the same. What are you gonna choose? Or do you have a choice? Congratulations. That's a quilt top for sure. And Hoffman Fabrics, they're beautiful fabrics, beautiful prints. Very nice. It just seemed to make a nice, clear, precise whole center for these big Dresdens, Rebecca. So that's why. It's 2 panels with 8 fat quarters each. Oh, very nice. I can't wait to see what you do. She's on Facebook. Congrats! I can't wait to see what you do. Awesome. That is amazing. Congrats to you. All right, so I'm going to finish one of these circles off because this one's here. It's already done. The other two were done, so we got 3 out of the 4. So line this up here. And remember, sew all the way around. You're not leaving any space at all. You're sewing all the way around. Making sure your fabrics are lined up. Pin them if you have to. Use a little knee lift there to kind of straighten out the fabrics a bit. Turn on the curve. Knee lift or lift. Of course, you can always just lift your foot. Just kind of easing it all the way around. Perfect. Scissor cut. So now you have that sewn all the way around. These 2 sides of your right sides together. You're like, okay, well, that doesn't make any sense. How am I supposed to use that? Well, you kind of pinch the center out just a smidge. This is the center of the back side of the interface or scrap fabric or whatever it is that you're going to use. And then you take either your snips or your scissors and you cut a little X going one in one direction and one in the other. And then you take it and you're going to turn it all the way right side out by poking it, and then you're going to use your handy dandy, Chinese chopstick, sushi Chinese food tool, or your little finger or whatever to press all that out. So you get all the seams all the way around, and of course give it a press with the iron, and you got yourself a beautiful circle for the center of your Dresden. Isn't that beautiful? Hello. Awesome. That is amazing, Patricia. I can't wait to see what you're going to make. 2 panels. What kind of panels are they? Are they your choice? And I'm so glad you entered. Because now you get to share with everybody else. Bye, Wanda. See you later, baby. Have fun. Have a great Saturday. You can see the sun's trying to creep in there on the small camera. Sun is creeping in. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful day, actually. Okay, so let's pin this one here. And of course, they're all 4 different circles. I made sure I had 4 different circles in the center here. And they're a little bit bigger than what I needed, but I don't care. I like what I like. So I'm just trying to make sure it's center-ish in the Dresden. And I'm going to put 3 pins going from the inside circle out. And that should hold it while I get it with all the zigzag or straight stitch. It doesn't matter what you use to put these ones on to get it all attached down. Okay. I thought a nice big one. I like a nice big one. Kind of looks like a blue sunflower, doesn't it? All right. Oh, the purple thingy? Yeah, actually, Angie says she has one of those. It's got like a little flat edge to it. Okay, so now we're going to sew all those 4 on. These 4 beautiful circles. Didn't miss too much, did I? No, not too much, Cherie. We're just kind of finishing this off. Just so you can see a little bit there. And do you have any suggestions for the blank space if I didn't want to do the tulips? That's kind of what's going on. Hello, Cherie. Isn't it beautiful? Oh my gosh, my mommy's gonna love this. My sister Lisa, who was here last weekend, she doesn't normally have Saturdays off. She's usually busy because she designs kitchens. She's a kitchen designer for Kitchen Craft in Winnipeg. So, I'm so happy that she was here. I was like, oh, my sister's here. It's nice to have that family support. It's beautiful. I loves it. Oh, Kelly's leaving too? Okay, bye. See you later. Aaron's with your daughter. Have fun. Have fun. Have fun. Of course, it's still early for her. Now you can choose to do this a straight stitch, a zigzag. I think I will do a zigzag just because all these other ones that I put on have been with a zigzag, so I don't see why I should deter from it too much. maybe not as intensive a stitch like the 0.65, like maybe just going to 6.8, and make it a little wider at 3.2. And we're just going to putter around a nice beautiful circle to get all these 4 stitched down. Exactly, we're your family too, exactly. We're your mafia family. You know, explaining are needed. We're family. Okay, I'm just trying to hug that yellow and just barely touching the blue. I'm going to use my knee lift to kind of maneuver and shift the fabric around as I'm going in the circle. I realized I had a bit of a raw edge spot here, so I'm trying to fold that under so when it hits the zigzag, it gets tucked under, and I don't have to worry about sewing it again or anything. Okay, so there, and then we'll stop with the needle down, lift the foot so you can maneuver the fabric around again, and keep those pins in right till it's finished. Don't take them out until you have a complete circle. That's help holding all the fabric in place. Okay. I got a picture of the other day of one of the baby quilts I did. It's a little munchkin. He was covering the little munchkin. He looked so cute. Oh my gosh, I love doing baby quilts. And she was so thankful for it. And actually, I did the stockings just before Christmas. I did personalized stockings because I knew the little one was due in the new year. So I thought it'd be nice to be able to start off with matching family stockings for next Christmas and so on and so forth. And then I had the baby quilt, and yeah, it was very well received. She sent me a huge letter of thank you, and you know, said we'll have to catch up. And I wasn't feeling very well, and she wanted to bring the baby. She, you know, offered to bring the baby by, and I'm like, don't bring the baby by. As much as I'd love to see that baby and cuddle that baby and snuggle that baby, I do not want that baby ill. So, or her, you know, she's best breastfeeding and stuff. So I don't, you know. It's okay. I'll catch up. As much as he's really cute right now, I'll see him on Facebook. And I wanted to cuddle that baby. Her husband almost had a fit. What was that? To enjoy the mafia crew. It's a gangster. You didn't have to kill nobody. Just have to cut up some fabric. So, nothing too strenuous or crazy. My tablet won't follow the seam ripper link. Oh, wonder why. Because it's a little seam ripper song. You could always stitch in blue or yellow, your mom's favorite. Oh yeah, I could. Ostromariums, they're kind of hard to make an ostromarium. They're very flurry, weird things. I don't know. If you looked them up, you'd see. So that is her favorite. So I don't know. That's why I thought maybe just do another Dresden's. Just kind of keeping it as whole little Dresden quilt. I don't know. Tossed in a flower in there might confuse her. Go, what is this? Yeah, exactly. What does it say? Nothing that serious. Just some cutting. Fabric cutting, that is. This is a great little machine. I am very happy with the purchase of this as being the, you know, the workhorse now, and the other one just getting for a embroidery machine, and you know, when I need it for other things like the fancy stitches or whatever. Oops. Not too much mortar. But this turned out really nice. I really like the yellows and the blues. And it's nice to know that this was, you know, a 2003 sort of project. And, you know, even if I wanted to, I probably couldn't find any of these materials 15 years later, right? 15, 14 years later. Okay, now up. Scooch this around. Got 2 more centers to sew on. Nope. Foot down. Make sure you're not stitching anything underneath too. Make sure everything's nice and flat. You don't have anything tucked under. It might not like the scripting. Oh, okay. Oh, that's for the link. You're kind of solidifying my pick for the new machine. Plus, it is such a great. It is, isn't it? I'm not sure if you can still get the deal on though, Denise. So check it out, please do. The young man who was here yesterday for a lesson, and we did a lesson on. I'll show you. Baby blue here. That we did a reveal on, and of course it's all plugged in. I have it all right here ready to go if I need it. It's all ready to rock. I can plug it right now and turn the light on so you can see. I think I just leave it plugged in there. So there we go. So if I need it, just pull it up, put it up, and there we go. It's all plugged in. Don't need to worry about anything. So it's a good little machine. I really, really like this one. It's light. These little doodads come up like you guys said they did. I didn't realize they did. I was so happy that they did. So thank you for your feedback, because I hadn't seen anything like this. And I was missing the auto cutter though. It doesn't have a cutter here on the side like everybody else does. So I was kind of missing that. But it's a great little machine. And like I said, my sewing student loved it yesterday and wanted to purchase one. So I sent him off to the Triangle Sewing Center, and hopefully they still had them on sale for him, because at least he was inspired and he wasn't as frustrated with his singer machine at home. So he goes, "This is really smooth. I really like this machine." I'm like, "Well, I'm happy you do." So, and as much as I would have loved to have played on this one, he needs to learn on those ones first before you get to the, the big boys. You have to earn the big boys. The big boys just aren't given, right? Is the cutter on the back of the presser foot stem? Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. No, it's nothing. There's nothing there. There's nothing. I thought I looked all completely earlier, but as I was describing it to him. So no, there's nothing there, Allison. I did look. There's no cutter. So it was my first. So I had the little, I know, but I had the little red snips there handy, which I was okay with that. He didn't seem to mind. In fact, he really enjoyed the machine. So he texted me after the lesson, said, "I had a really great time. Could you tell me where you got your machine and what it is?" And so I sent a picture of the box. So we got any information or numbers or whatever, all correct. I wasn't like mistexting anything, and just told him where I purchased it and said, "Good luck, and I hope you find it." So yeah, the fact that he was so pleased, that made me very, very happy. It's hard when you're trying to teach somebody to learn on something and they're not as, I don't know, proficient as you would think maybe. So you want to make sure they're having something that's going to make them feel comfortable and not intimidated. And the fact that one, as you push the pedal down, that's how you control the speed. So he's very much that way. Instead of having the speed control over here on the front of the machine like I have, it's easier putting his pressure foot down on the pedal was determining the speed in which the machine was sewing, and he found that much more comfortable and in more control than he had with any other machine. So whatever makes you more comfortable as you're going along, right? He did a beautiful job on a zigzag shirt. He even lined up the pocket properly, and the collar had two different patterns. Like when you flipped it up, it matched all under the back there. I was very impressed with him. I was like, very nice, Elliot. Good job. He thought about it, because I was telling him, when you want to lay out a pattern, you really have to think about where you want things to be and how you want them to look as you're laying the pattern out. So if you want a sideways, shindiggy on the back because nobody's going to see it, then go ahead. But on the front, you need to make sure it matches correctly. So No, he said he learned a lot, and I said I was very disappointed and very sad that we couldn't do our sewing lessons while I was sick, and I kept having to cancel, and I felt so bad. And he said, that's okay, I puttered around and I learned a lot. And I'm like, awesome, I'm glad you continued to putter and learn with the machine that you had and the patterns that you're reading and cutting things out. And so he says, I think I need a serger. I'm like, uh-oh, I've created a monster. Well, especially if he's going to be doing a lot of clothing, he kind of does need a serger, or at least the foot that acts as a serger, as long as you have the straight edges. I have one machine that the pressure foot bar has sliced edge behind the needles. Oh, okay. Yeah, I looked all over that one. Because I think, honestly, that is probably the first machine since the Italian one that was changed from a pedal to an electric that did not have a side cutter on it. I was very, very surprised. And that's why I kept looking for it. I'm like, it's got to be around here somewhere. No, it's not there. But that's okay. It's a good machine. It's sturdy. It doesn't bounce like his one that he said that at home did. So, and it's great to take along, and it's so light. I can't wait to start, doing some charity sew-alongs and some, guild meet and sew-alongs and Quilt of Valor sew-alongs. Artisan quilt frames, how to make one. Okay, Vicky. Vicky Gale, the brothers are good. Recently priced machines. Yeah, I agree with her. I've had several. My machines and sergers both are brothers. I use them a lot, and they do pretty well for little light machines. I totally agree. I think my Janome is a serger as well. And they had a really good deal on that one. I think it was regularly $3,000, and I picked it up for $1,500. So, but I really needed it too. It was for a very big project that I was doing, and my serger was very much acting up at the time, and it was not behaving correctly. So I needed to kind of bite the bullet and purchase more of a half decent one. Even though this one was fine, it was just a few years old, and it was just a Martha Stewart regular Walmart sort of thing. But it did get me what I needed to do and learn how to use a serger. So. But the second one I got was a little bit more industrial. Could take a lot more use and abuse on the serger part, which is good because when I do quilts for the cat beds and the dog beds for the charities, I don't put binding on them. I serge them. I serge the edges so they can just toss them in the wash and not have anything to worry about. The dogs aren't going to give two toodles about a binding. So serge it all up, sometimes twice, or even if it's decorative thread, colored thread, if it's a very colorful project, I'll use colored thread to go all the way around on the sergers, and it finishes them up quite nicely, and they don't have to worry about the wash and the wear of them. So serge the edge. No, it's not completely finished, but it's good enough for the cat and the dogs. They don't care. They appreciate all the little scrappy bits I take off the long arm and make into something. On that side, there we go. Oop. My singer is great. My brother still works. I can't shove the quilts through the throat. Hands have, rheumatoid arthritis. Is that what that stands for, RA? I'm assuming that is. I've seen it many times. I'm ready for a bigger machine. I bet you are, Denise. I have to say, I really, really love this one. And the fact I got such a really good deal on it makes me very happy. And I know this is going to be a workhorse for years and years to come. And know me, who still needs to go to the doctor, and he still will be my embroidery machine and fancy stitch machine. And is, if I can't have that one, if it's, being taken up by Munchkin, then I know I got the other one to do pants and stuff because the throat slides out and stuff, or the little bottom plate slides out. So I'm very excited. I'm very excited. Hey, Kia B, how you doing there, darling? How's the fam jam? I need a larger throat for sure to make They work a little easier. Yeah, well, you just roll things tight too, especially if you're trying to work on projects and quilts and stuff. You just got to roll them really, really tight. Get the clamps going, maybe the elastic bands. Our rate is room mature. Okay, I have it in my, I thought you did too, Heather. That's why I'm so surprised you do all those little tiny quilt blocks that you do. Tiny houses of 3.5-inch squared. And you must have like 100 to 200 of those already. I love every post that you make though. They're so beautiful. Miss Kia B, how's Tech Guy? How's it going? We're almost done. Wait till you see this. I'm just gonna finish up a few stitches here, baby, and you will see what we have going on here today. Oh yeah. Welcome to the reveal. Oh, we pulled the thread out. Dag nabbits. Dag nabbits. Let's rethread it, even though I probably don't need it right now. Or will we rethread it? I need my old lady. Oh, no, I don't. Oh, I need my old lady glasses. Okay, here we go. Now remember, there was just one spot that I have to fix, which is down in the other corner. That's okay. Oh, and this is 70 by 70. Dresden flower patch, but there's no really big flowers going to go on here. I don't really like the tulips. Well, it's not that I don't like them. They're not my mom's favorite, so I don't want to make them for her if they're not her favorite. So I thought about doing other Dresdens with the leftover of the green and the yellow in these little spaces that are available. What do you guys think about that? 94! Holy moly! That's a lot, girl. Oh, bye, Judith. See you later. Have a great day. Everyone's doing well here. We will find out March 19th if there will be surgery next month. Okay, fingers crossed. Everything's A-okay. Some things just have to happen, right? Exactly. Do you think Dresden's? I think so too, Denise. Yeah, the Band-Aid quilts are awesome. Actually, we had a few people ask about the Band-Aid quilts, so. Isn't that pretty? I loves it. I loves it. And of course, I could just use that space to quilt in, but it's whatever I want to do. Right? I think it looks beautiful. I think my mommy would like it. Yeah, there's one little spot here that I'm going to have to pick out and put a half square triangle in here. So let's try and pick that out right now. Peanut is, I know we love calling our kids weird names. 23-year-old called Munchkin. Oh, check out what we're going to be doing on Patreon, Kia B. Check this out. This will make you laugh, make you smile. Not make you laugh, make you laugh, but make you smile. Let's check out that beautiful quilt. That's what we're going to be doing on our Patreon. That's the beginning. Those beautifuls. Isn't it lovelies? All right, let's pick that apart. You have a 25-year-old binky? Yeah, they'll always be our munchkins, won't they? A little tiny, till they go off on their own, till they can function on their own. They're munchkins. It is a beautiful pattern, isn't it? I'm just trying to rip that one little section that I missed to try and put that half square or half circle in to go over those two seams, but you know, you guys don't really need to watch me do that, but that's what I will be doing to fix this. And then we'll see what comes next weekend, what I put in those little spots. So, but yeah, all right. I can rip that on my own time. But that is what we've done. That is the beautiful pattern we have laid out. It's a stunner. I really like it. We've been on for 2.5 hours. Oh, excellent. Yeah, everybody, feel free to send them. feel free to send them to Kia B. Do you have a post box? I know you have a post, probably on your website, actually, or on your Facebook page, or sorry, your YouTube page. That's probably where it is. All right, we'll say goodbye for now, and thank you everybody for the likes and subscribes and the thumbs up and everything else and hanging out for me for a few hours. We really appreciate it, and we'll see you next week when we finish this all up, okay? Thanks everybody. Big hugs. See you later. So Mr. Clive says too. Come here, you. Come here. Yeah, so noon, I guess. It was 1 p.m. 1 p.m. Take care, everybody. Big hugs. We'll see you soon, okay? Thank you.